welcome back to Morgs Menu. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different and do a bake with me video. I don't think I've done this before. I did do some baking in my party prep with me video, so if you haven't seen that, I'll of course have it linked down below. But I wanted to include some baking in some of my videos. As I've mentioned, I'm still kind of a learning baker, so to speak, so I'm constantly like experimenting with new recipes, figuring out what I like, what works and what doesn't. This one is going to be s'mores cookie bars, so that just sounds delicious and I'm just really excited to make them, so let's get started. Alright guys, so here is everything that we're going to need for these s'mores cookie bars. So we have some graham cracker crumbs, light brown sugar, chocolate chips, whole wheat flour, marshmallow cream, eggs, butter, baking soda, vanilla extract, and some salt. So first we're going to start by preheating our oven at 350 degrees. Then we're going to go ahead and prep up the pan that we're going to be cooking these cookie bars in. So just take some wax paper or parchment paper, whichever you have will work, and line your baking sheet. One thing to note, I did double the recipe that I will link down below, so just know that I doubled all the ingredients in that, and that's why I use such a bigger pan. So first step is to go ahead and soften up our butter in the microwave, and then go ahead and throw it in the bottom of a big mixing bowl. Then you're going to add in the brown sugar, and then taking just a normal hand mixer, go ahead and mix that together on low until it's all nice and creamed together and you get out all the bunched up brown sugar that might be in there. Then you're going to add in the vanilla extract and go ahead and crack in 2 large eggs. Again, mix that all together until it's nice and combined. Now for the dry ingredients, we're going to add in our baking soda and our salt. And then gradually add in the flour. So I basically added in 1 cup at a time and added the flour in, got it all mixed together, and then added the second half in just so it didn't get too clumpy on me too quickly. And then you're going to do the same type of thing with the graham cracker crumbs. Just add in half, get that nice and mixed together. And then add in the second half. And then do the same thing with your hand mixer until it starts to get really stuck in your mixers again. And then you can go ahead and pull those mixers out. Get a spoon and push out all of the dough that has been kind of stuck in the mixers. And then go ahead and finish off the mixing process with a spoon. Once your dough is prepared, go ahead and split it up and get about 3/4 of the dough to start with the first layer that's going to go in the pan. So as you can see, I tried to kind of spread this out with the spoon, but it was just easier with my hands. So just kind of spread it out so that you get a nice even layer. Make sure you push it together so there's no holes in the dough, and push it to the edges to make sure you completely fit the pan and get it nice and even. Next layer is going to be our marshmallow cream. So for this we used an entire jar, and basically I just took a spoon, got it all out, and then you're just going to spread this across the layer of the dough. Again, you want to make sure you get this as even as possible, just so that when it's cooking, all of the cookie bars have kind of the same amount of marshmallow cream, and really make sure that you spread it good and nice to the edges so the edge pieces aren't missing any of the marshmallow cream. And then similar thing with the chocolate chips, just go ahead and spread an even layer. This one doesn't have to be quite as precise because they're going to melt down a little bit anyways, but get them as easy as possible. And then you're going to take the remaining dough and kind of do pinch off pieces and kind of distribute it evenly around the pan and for the top layer. That way it's kind of easy to move it around and pinch it together. It's not going to be a perfect top layer because it is a lot less dough than the first layer, but if you kind of pinch it out and do different pieces, it'll be pretty easy to pinch together and get it fairly even. And here's what it's going to look like before you throw it into the oven. So now just go ahead and put it in the oven at 350 degrees and set your timer for 20 minutes. And here they are, all cooked up. This cooked for exactly 20 minutes, so even with the double batch, it was still the perfect amount of time. I basically just waited to let these cool down and then just cut them into little individual pieces, and they were delicious. Alright guys, and that concludes the video. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I was nervous because I'm not someone who typically does homemade cookies and makes my own dough and that kind of stuff, so I was a little nervous that adding the different ingredients in wouldn't work out, but honestly they turned out really good, and I'm really happy with them. So I would really recommend this recipe. It was like the perfect balance of sweet with, but really just not too much sweet. It had just enough chocolate and just, it was good. It was so good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations for me for baking recipes to try, definitely leave these in the comments down below. As I mentioned, I like trying new things, so would love to get some inspiration from you guys. And if you're new here and haven't yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and do that so that you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks again for watching Morgs Menu, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.